Swastiastu. Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my video. In this video, I will do a monologue presentation about one of the strategy of teaching English in foreign language. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ayu Anggita. I'm from 3A class. So the purpose in this video is to present learning about asking giving direction, focus on increased student writing skill based on the guide writing through symbol with problem-based learning. And then the main purpose is to fulfill the third semester final project in teaching English for foreign language class. Okay, in this presentation, I will talk about the first is a skill that I will use, and then about the scope, and then third one is about the implementation. The fourth one is about the strength and weakness. And the last is about my suggestion and hope. Okay, the first is about the skill. As I mentioned before, the skill to be taught through the activity is writing skill. And then about the scope. So the level or grade of the activity is senior high school 10th grade. And then the appropriate strategy that I use is guided writing through symbol, which is could develop student creative thinking through writing based on the symbol given, with asking and giving direction as the material. So I choose this as a material because asking and giving direction is the authentic material. And the theory that I use is problem-based learning. So in problem-based learning, students have to solve a real-life problem, that is how to asking and giving direction. So in real life, if student get lost or found a lost person somewhere, student could know how to asking direction, and student could know how to giving direction when found someone lost. Okay, the next is about the implementation. Okay, in implementation, this strategy, I will do three activity, that is pre-activity, main activity, and the closing. Okay, for the first is pre-activity. So here, the teacher give a meeting link through WhatsApp group, and then the teacher and student enter the virtual room, and then the teacher and student say hello, followed by praying together, and then the teacher check student attendance, and then the teacher give motivation related to the topic, which is asking and giving direction by asking a simple question. And then the teacher convey the learning objective and the benefit for the material learned in everyday life. And then the second is main activity. So in main activity, the first is introduction, the problem or the problem topic, and then provide an example about writing about ask and give direction in the form of paragraph, and then show symbol to student, which is to give a picture of road or a picture of problem regarding direction, etc. And then the student look at the symbol that is picture given, and they observe the problem and think to looking for a way to solve the problem. And then ask student to prepare blank paper and pens to write a paragraph, and then give them the opportunity to ask question about the symbol given, and then ask them to write a paragraph based on the symbol given. And then the teacher do monitoring. And the last is ask student to scan the work and then collect it to WhatsApp group. And then the last activity is closing. So presenting learning topic for the next meeting, and then the teacher and student pray, say greeting before ending the activity. Okay, that's all about the activity. So from that activity, we know that the learning media and learning tools such as picture as a symbol. So the picture of a road, of symbol of the problem regarding direction, etc. And then we need a PowerPoint, and then we need device such as laptop or handphone, and then several online applications such as the first is WhatsApp for exchanging information between student and teacher. For example, is send Google Meet meeting for virtual meeting, or send the student project or etc. And then the second is Google Meeting for virtual meeting because it's done by online learning. And then of course we need internet connection or quota or Wi-Fi, and then worksheet, so student can use a piece of paper to make a writing assignment and a pen. Okay, the next is strength and limitation, or strength and weakness. So the first is about the strength. There are several strengths of using this strategy, such as the first is guided writing can minimize mistake made when writing, because students not only learn uh, for themselves, but they can also exchange this idea with other students during the writing process, and then can avoid confusion about what they will write, because they are guided by question of symbol related to the topic, and then help them to consider the topic when planning their writing, and then makes their writing flow concurrently with help of the question of symbol provide. So help them to transfer idea from their plan into the writing process. And then the use of this strategy can help the student build confidence in writing. And the last is this strategy provide opportunity to motivate students to be achieve in the discussion process. And then the next is about the weakness. The first is this strategy may be difficult to apply in a large class, because students must be directed to the discussion before writing activity. And then the second is limited vocabulary can be obstacle in developing writing idea. And the last is the limitation of wanting to master grammatical can be obstacle when writing the sentences with the correct structure. Okay, the next is about the suggestion. So I suggest for teacher, in order to have an effective implementation. So I suggest to pay attention to what to focus on when implementing this strategy, for example, to minimize mistake made when writing. And then for the implementation, I suggest the teacher should use a clear picture as well as picture that present problem in real life, so that they become an authentic material. And then I suggest all the teacher to continue to motivate the students, so that the guided writing through symbol activities, so student can produce excellent writing result. And last, I suggest all the teachers, so when the teacher know what are the weakness of guided writing through symbol, of course we have to overcome them. For example, pay extra attention while discussion, and then helping student to recognize new vocabulary, and then paying attention to grammatical writing, so that the students are able to write with a good grammatical structure. Okay, that's all about my explanation of guided writing through symbol strategy, and also about all the component of the implementation activity. So after you watch this video, I wish all of you could learn something new and could implementing this strategy better. So I'm Anggita Kinanti. Thank you for your attention. Om Santi 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 Om.